Hey, Soul Tribe. Tracy here with Sweet Spot magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, views, subscribes, comments, the generous donations. Paul Matthews, thank you so very much. I appreciate everything. I appreciate it all. Let's go ahead and ring the bell. Let's clear out the energy, and we're going to see what the message the Spirit has for us. This seems like it's a specific greeting. It's like there's some parents and there's a sister that's involved. And they thought that leaving you or making you feel left out, whether you left, they left, making you feel left out was going to play on your mind. It was going to play in your head and your energy, like you was not going to be able to come back. You was never going to recover. But instead, it's almost like it was just that burst that you needed to get on your way, to get on your path, to get on your journey. Time is on your side. It's like some song I'm hearing. Something about time is on your side. And I feel like with that, like through time was your friend. Through time, these people have been able to see how far you've come. So time has been good for you. They thought it was going to be bad, but it's been good. Bottom of the deck, woman holding a heart. This could be you. Meditating. Always feel like, as long as you remain prayerful, you remain rejuvenated. And just on the opposite side of the spectrum, here it is, some people thinking that you're still attached, like you can't ever get away from them. But little do these people know that you've already taken the necessary action that you needed to take. And you went through that door of the Spirit. So that's what you needed to do. Hey, Robert, you did what you needed to do. But see, that, like I said, time is on your side. They don't realize everything that you did, what you decided to do, instead of sitting here when they was trying to make you feel left out, trying to make you feel not part of, trying to make you feel less than, trying to make you feel anything other than a positive, welcoming, loving feeling that they should have been making you feel. They didn't realize that at that time, what you wanted to feel was something different than what they wanted you to feel. And you knew the only way for you to feel something different, the only way that it was going to be a given, a sure thing, is if you went to God. And you're right. Because God made you feel all different types of warm, wonderful, fuzzy, different types of ways. And that set you on the right path. That made you feel like, yes, I can do this. Because you always felt like you had somebody, whether you could see them or not, you could sure feel it. It's always somebody there encouraging you to move forward, not to give up, to do this, to do that, whispering in your ear which way to go, telling you, nudging you, guiding you. And so now, after all of this time, these people are now have the nerve to look up as if they're looking back to see what's going on with you, because ain't shit going on with them. And they're shocked to see that they just can't look back. They gotta look up in order to look at you. See, they deceived themselves thinking that they was messing things up for you. They thought they thought they whatever they did, they thought, well, they'll never come back from that. Yeah, they felt like they had everything, your money all tied up, your relationships all fucked up. They thought they had it all wrapped up. For you, hey, straight cheese, like, that's what I'm saying. That's why they allowed all that time to go by. You was the last thing they was worrying about. You was the last thing. Hey, High Priestess 369. That wasn't worrying about you. You was the easy mark. That's how they felt. But and they felt like that because, you know what, you didn't say nothing. When they knocked you down, you act like you was down and out. You just didn't say nothing. But really, what was happening whenever they had turned their back on you was you went ahead and got up, dusted yourself off, you started, getting stronger, started doing this, started doing that. God was helping you, getting built up, getting more muscular, going to the gym, and this, that, and the other. And then whenever they did turn around, here you are all bulked up. Can't make this up. Time was on your side. Time was on your side. Now, they want to sing a different song. I don't know why I'm hearing that song. Sing a song, make you happy and last all night long. I don't know. Y'all know I can't sing. Y'all are probably like, what the hell is she even trying to sing? But in my head, I know what I'm trying, how it's supposed to sound. It's just not sounding like that when it comes out. Yep. Now they want to sing a different song. Because now they know that somebody is singing a different song to you. Hi, Rico. St. Joe, how are you? Yeah, this is somebody, I feel like this is somebody new. Somebody that they didn't know about. And this is the perfect match for you. See, now somebody, they kind of scared because they put themselves in this position where they never showed any appreciation. So now they're finding out exactly how big, how bad, how bold, how super fly you are, and they can't do nothing. Hey, K Hypsee. They can't expect shit. Yeah, because whenever they had the opportunity to go through that door, they said no. That was good. Not only that, but they made it so confusing that they didn't want nobody else to go through any doors with you either. See, they made it, they tried to confuse you so that you didn't know what door to go through either. They wanted you to be afraid to move on, like you really needed them. But see, you have received a download God had already talked to you and let you know what's up. Just know, because you got something better coming towards you. All you had to do was leave. All you had to do was get away from the bullshit. And that's what you did. Yep. It's almost like whenever you went to distant lands, because here you are in some distant land, everything balanced itself out. And that distant land can just be, where you're not around them. You're without them. That can be a distant land, But here it is. Spirit promised you the angel of love, somebody that's going to do you right. This is somebody who's got their own. Yep, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. This is somebody who's ready to go through that blossoming abundance with you, and can go through that door to value with you, because they see who you are. You proved who you are. This was somebody who's wearing their heart on their sleeve, and they're ready to take this journey with you. And you know what? And the thing is, they know that you are very intelligent. They know you are not one to play with. They know if they act stupid, you are not the one that's going to be afraid to walk away. They know this. They know you real smart. They know you about you got the game and gone with it. They know this. So, yep. Somebody decided that they no longer wanted to have this broken heart, and now they're coming up with this whole strategy. What you say? Too little, too late. Time to go. Yep. Somebody now that their third eye is open, they want to have what they truly on the inside always truly wanted to have. But whatever it was, I feel like this person was too immature, too insecure, too something, to settle down and get going about their business. Get on about their business. See, this is somebody who's realizing that they was the one that created all the chaos, and it was nobody else. Yeah, because it's almost like somebody wanted somebody to fight for them. That you need to fight for me. Ain't nobody trying to do all that. See, somebody had to. It was time for somebody to heal. That side to them. That side to them that was making them angry. That side to them that they needed to look at. It was time for them to heal. What else, Spirit? Let's get to the tarot. We're going to pull a couple of these and we're going to get to the tarot. What's the message, Spirit? What you say? Too lit for bullshit. I know that's right. Yeah, see, somebody, like I said, somebody wanted you to be all confused, like they had your money all tied up, like you were so busy listening to them, you didn't know what you needed to do. And you were so confused, you didn't know who to listen to. Should you listen to God? Should you listen to that knucklehead, this knucklehead? That's how they wanted you to be. That's exactly how they wanted you to be. They want you to be so afraid to leave them, like they had all the answers, when really they did not have any of the answers. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. Yep. Yeah. Here they are. So that's the only thing. They were sitting here trying to deceive you. This could have been, like I said, it felt like there was some sibling and some parents or something like that. Yeah, you know, like they was always trying to deceive you and just saying like we love you and it's that family shit, but really this is how they felt. Ever since you decided it was time for you to walk away, they have been secretly pissed the fuck off at you. Yep. Because they realized it was them that's receiving that broken heart. It's them that's getting that anxiety because it was supposed to have been you. And they like I said, they didn't monitor nothing. They gave it time, thinking, oh yeah, well whenever collective is down, collective ain't going nowhere. I can't make this up. They said collective ain't going nowhere. Collective ain't going nowhere. But they didn't know that you had somebody here helping you to fight this battle. Archangel Michael. Mm-hmm. You just needed to decide what was right for you. What was your bottom line? Where was your, okay, this is as far down as I'm going to get. Yeah. What else, Spirit? Anything else? Anything else? All right, I guess I'm going to get this tarot deck. Bottom of the deck. King of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Somebody's communicating something about some idea. Something. Yeah, somebody's communicating about somebody had this. This is what the idea was, or this is what somebody was thinking about, or something. But somebody else, they didn't see it. You know, that it was like they maybe somebody was telling somebody, hey, blah 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 blah, whatever, but somebody else didn't see it. It's like they didn't see it until they saw it. They didn't believe it until they saw it. And then when they saw it, it was like, oh shit. Yeah. Because this is somebody that somebody had told them about a while back. This is something that they said was going to happen a while back. They said this is going to happen. It's going to take a little bit at a time. It's going to do this. First they're going to do this. Then it's going like that. And this is, they were telling, you know, how something take a long time. And they said it's going to take a while, but then you're going to look up and it's going to be like, boom. That's what's happening. And see, somebody's upset that they didn't listen to you. They are upset that they didn't listen to you. Had they listened to you, they would have been on Gravy Street. You hear me? With the 10 of Cups and the Star. Had they listened. But no, some people, yeah, somebody was talking about, they was telling somebody about how people was giving somebody else opportunities or chances or setting things up that was unfair. You know, somebody wasn't getting as many opportunities or getting somebody to something as the other person. Something wasn't fair. And so then whenever it was because, oh, you know what? And you know what? You had to do shit by yourself. You had to do shit by yourself. But this mother and this sister, oh, this mother used to show the sister so much more attention, so much more love, so much more gratitude, so much more. If there was anything that this one needed, all she had to do was say, I want. The others, the rest of y'all, nah, y'all had to barter, beg, plead, ask, remind, hope, dream, pray. Hey, Miss Christie. Hey, Black Goddess. Yep. Something about you had to, hey, Lightworker William, how are you? You was on the outside. Like you was the one that was on the outside. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm telling you. And they was leaving you out of shit. You know, like people would be able to go and do something, and you think that you getting ready to go too. It's like you was the one who wasn't able to go do, and it's like they would make up some any old funky ass excuse. You know. Yep. But see, this person don't realize she got herself caught up. This mother don't realize she got herself caught up like that. That's the one thing that's what she was doing, and that's how she got herself caught up. Yep. Cause see, somebody that's King of Cups knows about a secret that she got. Hey, Red Violet, how are you? This King of Cups knows about a secret that she's got. Yeah, and you know what? It's almost like as long as he didn't say something, then she had promised to give him like whatever he, like as long as you don't say anything, I'm going to leave you this $6 million in the will, or something like that. Don't have to be that, but something to try and entice somebody from saying something. Mm-hmm. Yep. And like I said, and it's something that this is something that somebody did, and to somebody in the family, and they're just not speaking about it. This is something that somebody did, that somebody's holding that secret that they did to somebody in the family. They're not speaking about it. But Judgment Day is here always, 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 because I'm telling you something about the day you walked away. That's whenever judgment started coming down on these people. The day you walked away is when judgment started coming down. And these people thought that they was going to be able to defend themselves. They're finding they are not able to defend themselves at all. Not even a little bit, not even a hair, not a smidge, nothing. Okay? They thought they was going to be able to defend. Oh, fuck that. No, 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 no. Even with the devil. No, they can't even defend themselves. Not even with that. Nope. 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 It's a wrap. It is a wrap. See, because these people love to take you there. And so now they have to love to be taken there. The same thing that they was doing to you, no matter how long ago, it's the same thing that they're going to have to experience too. Okay? These people didn't think about that. Yep. Yeah, because y'all was supposed to have had this higher level commitment relationship, meaning, like I said, family. But see, they were sitting here trying to do you so dirty, so wrong. Like they was really trying to take you down. They was really trying to do some shit. Yep. And then whenever they would sit here and want to apologize, they come with some little teeny tiny apology, some little fish in a cup type of shit. But something about they sitting here, they know that you getting this big opportunity. Now they know that you get this bigger opportunity because now they looked up from wherever they was looking before. Because see, before they thought that you wasn't going to get nothing, but now they're looking up and they see you getting something big, something they never imagined. And then on top of that, that you are just being guided to a kinder, wiser, warmer, lovinger place. You know, it's like you're not even saying anything. That's the whole thing. You did not say a word. And that's the whole thing. That's why they never paid attention to you, because you didn't say anything. When they thought that they took you down, they thought that they destroyed your love. Hey, Addie, and they had taken you down, and you didn't move. They thought that they had you was done, so they walked away. Spirit just put you in the boat at that time and got you prepared. And like I said, you didn't say nothing, not a damn thing. You know? Yep. Somebody's got some plans. Yep, they got some plans with you. And they want to move forward with these plans. They want to turn this into like some type of family. Mm-hmm. They want to move forward with you. Make it official. Yeah, because they don't want nobody else, especially this player. They don't want this player to be able to get nothing. They want this player to be asked the fuck out. Mm-hmm. Yep. Something about you know something is coming in, or someone is coming in, or it's almost like that there is, like, you're anticipating. It's kind of like you're anticipating hearing from, like, a loved one, an angel, a passed over loved one. You're anticipating hearing something, and it's like almost like something is coming in, or someone is coming in. Almost like to kind of, give you, how you have a mile marker on the highway, so you know that, okay, where am I at? Okay, oh, okay, I see it's mile 65. I'm at mile 65. Okay, it's almost like this person comes to you and talks to you whenever you've already completed something, as you're getting ready to go to the next mile marker, almost to give you encouragement to keep going or something. Yep. Yeah, because there's going to be a secret battle that's coming up that you're going to have to win, that you're going to have to fight. And I feel like maybe this is that passed over loved one that's kind of getting you ready, rubbing your shoulders down, putting the Vaseline on you, talking about you can do this, you can do this. But there's almost like this secret battle that's coming in. But you're equipped to win it. You're equipped to go into battle, and you are equipped to win it. Hey, Shaylin. Yeah. See, these people, they thought, that by leaving you out, that you was not going to be equipped. But now they have this whole thing, and they're like disgusted with themselves, because now they're looking at everything in a totally different light. They have to see you in a totally different light. They didn't know you was this strong. They didn't know you had this much courage. They didn't know none of this about you. They didn't know that you was prepared to. You was the first one to go into battle. You was the first one to say something. You was the first one to speak up. Like, now they realize they got to put some respect on your name. Yeah. See, these people are sitting here looking. It's almost like they're looking at themselves right now. They're having this self-reflection, and it's almost like whenever they're looking at themselves like, okay, whenever you was sitting here telling them some information, important information, they wasn't listening. You was telling them something that they needed to hear. You was telling them something they needed to pay attention to. You was telling them something that was going to be sitting there saving their life. Hey, DeTara. Yeah, and I'm telling you, somebody didn't even think. They were so stuck on themselves. They were so had their head so far up in their own ass, they didn't even think that they needed to hear you. But now they understand that what you were spitting was whole knowledge. You knew what the fuck you was talking about. You was working on you. You was working on some shit that they couldn't even work on, that they couldn't even get through. You was completing cycles. You was breaking down generational curses. You was doing this. You was doing whatever your purpose was. You was the only one strong enough to do this. The only one strong enough to do this. And they over here in La La Land thinking that you doing some other shit. Yeah, while they sitting here secretly trying to go against you. It's like they realized they wasn't working against you. They was working against themselves. They was slowing down their own fucking clock. Now they realize that this wasn't no regular schmegular relationship. They should have been on board. It wasn't. You're not just supposed to be here in the 3D together. Y'all was together in the heavens in several lifetimes. Like now they sitting here thinking, what the fuck was I thinking? Like I'm gonna go against the person I'm supposed to be with. Exactly. Now they finally woke the fuck up and they understand that they've been bamboozled, they've been played. They allow somebody to come play in their motherfucking energy. Now this person realized the power of seeing shit for what it fucking really is and not the way that you want it to be. Someone now understand that when it came time to them making a decision, they sure did a piss poor motherfucking ass job. Hey, Callie Swag. Hey, Marcia. Somebody now realizes, how they was sitting here cursed or carrying on a curse or making it so insufferable, being insufferable themselves. Now somebody realizes now what the fuck they was sitting here doing. How they thought that they knew it all, only to find out whenever you get down to it, you didn't know nothing. You putting all your money over here and you still ain't got shit. What's the message, Spirit? Hey, Imani. Yeah. See, somebody realizing now. They realized that they sat here and did all this, doing this stuff and this stuff and this stuff, trying to stop you. Let's stop collective. Let's stop collective. Let's stop collective. Only to stop you just to find out they slowed themselves down. Because had they helped you, they would have helped themselves. But since they tried to hurt you, they harmed themselves. See, this is who they were sitting here thinking it was so cool. And here you are over here. You was the one that was not invited to the party. Now somebody realizing they should have been working with you. They shouldn't have been trying to be at no motherfucking party. Hey, Saida, how are you, sweetie? Should not even have been at no motherfucking party. It wasn't even your type of party anyway. What's the message, Spirit? You know? Hey, Angel Light Tarot, how are you? What's the message? Yep. Trying to follow the wrong motherfucker. That's how somebody feel. Now they realizing, damn, they was following somebody they should have left the fuck alone. Now they seeing it. Hey, Evangeline Garza, how are you? Like I said, you know, and you sat there and you walked away. You did you quietly. You wasn't worrying about nothing. You wasn't worrying about nothing. You knew that in due time, everything that this person was doing was getting ready to come to the light. All of it. So why should you sit here and worry about, oops, sorry, baby. Sit here and worry about anything. Yep. Something about the Sun and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, somebody see that this Queen of Pentacles was greedy, was bossy, was not that happy-go-lucky person that they act like they was. Okay? Something about whatever this magician did. Okay, Hyphy, thank you so very much. Whatever this magician did is coming back. It's coming back in real time, and I hear double time. Okay. Then on top of that, something that this person did, it's almost like something confirmation, something that this person has invested in, or something that you invested in, or somebody has undone all of this shit. So okay, so that's what I told you. Coming back in real time and double time, and something that they was invested in, it's all been undone. Everything is undone. I feel like it is that same person that you know was sitting here following the crowd. Yeah, because now this Queen of Wands is the one who has this broken heart. Yep. Because I feel like this person realized, you know what, you was not afraid to go on your way, and you're not afraid to speak your truth. So, yeah, if you're not afraid to go on your way and you're not afraid to speak your truth, they feel like, why should they be afraid to do the same thing? What's the message? Yep, I feel like somebody, you know, they have put in some bad work, and that bad work was returned to them. Honey, it's like you use C4 the wrong way. You know, what's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Anything else from this deck? Yeah, something is not working out. Something ain't working out, I'm telling you. Somebody's realizing that whatever they was working on, that shit is not working out at all. In fact, it's getting worse. It is getting worse. Yep. I feel like a judgment call has been made on this person, and this person is going through this dark night of the soul, or needs to look at themselves. They need to go through this dark night of the soul. Because you know what, this Queen of Swords has told the truth on what they was doing, on who was involved, on what they did, on what they tried, and you know, to what exactly what relationship. Yep. All because something about this Queen of Cups, something about a wish fulfillment, something about, you know, you reaching, you know, a goal, or you getting something that was promised to you. What else, Spirit? Yeah, see, somebody thought that you was going to be down and out. No, that's not how it works. That is not how it works. Yep. But they're looking for something else to come in, though. Yeah, they expecting somebody to come and like save them. You know, that's what they expecting. They're expecting you to come in and save them. That's what they expecting. You know, even though they did all this fuck shit against you to the point where you walked away, you know, now this person is receiving karma. Now this person is receiving this judgment call's been made. Now they expect you to come in and do something to save them. I mean, that has got to be the most rich laughter I have ever heard in my life. Just makes me want some ice cream. Yeah, imagine that. What's the message? Yeah, now they don't want something to be over. You know, the fact that they was never ever trying to work with you. They don't want something to be over. I'm telling you, you know, they didn't want some message to get out. They didn't want nobody to believe you whenever you was telling the truth. They didn't want you to win nothing. Then, you know, and then on top of that, they was acting like they wasn't even gossiping about you or lying about you. You know what I'm saying? These people are incredible. But they want you to think about and remember, we family though. We family. What family? What family? What family you talking about? Cause I don't know what who you talking about. What's the message? What's the message? What else, Spirit? Thank you. Yep. This King of Pentacles. What this King of Pentacles talking about? Maybe something happened looking at you getting Dharma. You know, noticing something, studying you now. What's the message? Hey, Terrence, how are you, sweetie? What's the message? So there wasn't that you wasn't shit You wasn't shit, but now that they need you, you not half bad. You know what I'm saying? You see how that work out? But before you just wasn't shit. But now, collective ain't half bad. Huh. Anything else from the stack spirit? If not, we'll get another one. Yep. See, they missed all of it. They missed all of it, and they know they did. They know they missed it. That's why they in this 5 of Cups. They was looking at some old artificial shit. Bottom of the deck. Change. Something got to change. Yep. Something about this person has to change. Hey, little bitty. And I feel like your light is a beacon. Just the fact that this person, they look at you, and I feel like the way that you carry yourself, it's like it's a beacon. And the way that you set aside space for yourself to have that sacred space. And when somebody's looking at your life, that's whenever they know that there is a God, because you are most definitely connected. I mean, just watching you and everything that you possess, everything that you are, how you carry yourself, people know that you feel whole and that you are filled with courage, a courage that they wish that they had. People know that you walk with God and God with you. Every day, it's almost like it's a brand new day for you. And at the same time, every day is a beautiful day, because you know what? You're not afraid to set up boundaries. You're not afraid to let people see the real you. You don't have a problem speaking up for yourself, saying who you truly are. You are in alignment. You are in perfect spiritual celestial alignment. And right now, it's almost like your ability to create is at an all-time level. I mean, whatever it is that you do, just allow it to come to you. Allow your hands, allow your mind, allow your voice, allow your body, allow your soul just to create. Because right now, you're in a cosmic flow period. Everything that you do, everything that you speak, everything that you touch, everything that comes from you. It's almost, I hear that everything that you touch turns to gold. Yes, something in you is awakening. And you know what? It's awakening certain emotions within you too. And that's what needs to happen. These emotions need to awaken, so that you can, it's almost like, is there a little residue that's left? A little bit of residual that's still there? Because if so, allow it to come out. Allow it to come out so that you can start over. So that every day you can start new. Yeah, allow those difficulties, just put them to the side. Allow them to come up and come out so you can let them go. Let them go and let them flow. Yeah, right now I feel like you were in the middle of a transformation where you're realizing that you are enough. You have always been enough. And you are perfect just the way that you are. You are so loved just like you are. This is the time for you to allow your intuition to guide you, because Spirit is guiding you. So you're just going to be receiving lots of messages. And it's going to come in the way of dreams. It's going to come in the way of song. It's going to come in the way of poetry. It's going to come in the way of conversations with other people. It's going to come in the way of nature. It's going to come in the way of TV. It's going to, so just make sure that you are in that receiving mode, because your intuition is definitely going to be guiding you. You're growing and you're going through this step-by-step process. Keep going and keep growing. You can't force it. You can't rush it. All you can do is just enjoy it and allow it to happen. And you know what? When we enjoy it and we allow it to happen, by the time we actually look up and we're realizing that particular cosmic flow ride is coming to an end, and it's time for us to morph onto another cosmic flow ride. It's like we realize, everything that we learned, everything we allowed to happen, everything we never tried to control, and how everything turned out so much better because of it. The inner child, we've had that opportunity to work with that inner child and turn that how when we were kids and we were afraid of something in the dark and we turned that little night light on. It's like we had this night light on this entire time while we were working with those inner child demons, those inner child fears. And the thing that we found out while we had this night light on, shining the light in every crevice, every corner, every crack, every hole, is that there was nothing to fear at all. Ever. There was nothing to fear. This is whenever we finally had that opportunity to look at ourselves as who we truly are and realize there was never anything to fear about who we truly are. Only to accept it, only to love it, only to like it, only to want to encourage more of it. And when we do that, that's when we know that we are on our journey. That's when we know it's time for us to be on our journey, because we have allowed everything to unfold as it should. Not trying to control any of it. And when we allowed everything to unfold as it should, and we looked up, and the thought that comes to our mind is, oh my God, God is so good. Because you know what? We look up and we see how abundant we are just by following the steps, step by step, listening, hearing what God has to say, going in the direction that God wants us to go. And we're looking up and we see how abundant we are, how many blessings we've had given to us. And that makes us want to keep going. That makes us want to keep going in the right direction to reach our highest self. That makes us want to really open up. That makes us want to really not be afraid to be ourselves, because then we feel even more empowered to be open. And the more open we are, the more jovial we are. The more jovial we are, the more loving we are. The more loving we are, the more accepting we are. Yes, somebody is following their bliss. They decided it was time for them to be happy. They decided it was time for them to listen to God, whisper to them, and giving God giving them permission to be happy. Nothing that they had to get from man. Nothing that they should have even been worried about from man. Only that they should have been making sure that whatever they was doing was pleasing in God's sight. Because this is their season. This is their season. Not only to be happy, but to make the money that they want to make. It's coming. God said, don't even worry about how you're going to get it. Just know you're getting it. It's coming. You just continue to move forward. Continue to look upward. Like they say, that eye on the sparrow. Keep your eye on the sparrow. Something about some curiosity. You know what? I feel like you was always curious as far as where this was going to go. How you were going to get there. You was almost like 5 years ago, you was just sitting back imagining you 5 years now. Well, you know what? I feel like Spirit wants you to be curious for 5 years from now. Be open and be aware in the present. Be thankful in the present. Be appreciative in the present, but also be curious as to where you're going to be 5 years from now. And God said, go ahead and dream about it so you can get ready to do it. Yep. Dream about it so you can get ready to do it. And don't be afraid to take that leap. Yes. The thing is, you need to remember integrity and inspiration. Integrity in everything that you do. As long as you have that integrity, I feel like you're going to have that inspiration to move forward, to move higher, to reach the highest of the highest of the highest of the heights. And don't ever forget where you come from. Don't ever forget where you come from. Don't ever forget your hungry days. Don't ever forget the days of how you going to pay your rent, how you going to pay your utility, how you going to pay this, how you going to get gas, how you going to give money for food, how you going to do this. Don't forget that. That's important to you getting to where you need to be, because you remembering how you did it, you're going to help somebody else be able to do it too, as opposed to just reach the highest height and leave somebody else down there. So don't forget from where you came from. Yes, this is like it's almost like a synchronicity and clarity. Yes, by magic, it's almost like all of a sudden everything is just happening. All of a sudden, everything is like those dominoes are falling all of a click 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 together, and it's happening like this for a reason. Your purpose is to get up there and to help somebody else get up there and to help somebody else get up there and to grab somebody else and somebody else and somebody else. So that's maybe why whatever you got this job, you can't play around. You got to get up and get it. Yeah. Spirit says, you know what? Work now, play later. Work now, play later. You got to make sure that you look at and talk to your future self and think about what it is that you want to have. Then you may have it now, but you got to make sure that you not only have it, but you can keep it and build upon it. Then, hey, Terrence. Yep. And don't try and control the process. Spirit said release a control of the process. Only Spirit can tell us which way we're going. Only Spirit can guide us on that path. Only Spirit can let us know you're going this way, you're going that way, you're going this way, you're going that way. So Spirit said, try and release control of that. And just know that you're going into the unknown. You don't need to know where you're going. Spirit is guiding you. Just know that what's happening is natural. You being in the unknown, that's natural. That's exactly where you need to be. That's exactly where you need to be, as opposed to you saying, okay, well, I'm supposed to be doing this. No, because whenever you think this is what you're supposed to be doing, whenever you think this is where you're supposed to be, whenever you think this is what you supposed, how you supposed to be, that's when Spirit said, that's when you fuck everything up. Because you putting in your limiting beliefs. So let it all go. Let it all go. Don't even sit here. Even if you done spent the last 16 years practicing to be a doctor, and you wake up and at the end of this summer, you like, I swear I never, ever, 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 ever thought I was going to be working in a library after all those years of schooling. Don't question it. Don't question it. Because in a few years, you know what I'm saying, you might be teaching classes in that library on how some medical shit and how to extract ingrown toenails to yourself or some. I don't know. Don't question it. Yep. Yeah. Just have some gratitude and enjoy life. Gratitude, I feel like, is what helps you to enjoy life. Hey, chosen for real. Because when we're grateful for everything, it makes us feel a certain way. What's the message, Spirit? It takes us away from us. Because then we can start thinking about those that don't have. What's the message? Okay. Somebody else is in their emotions. They are in their emotions. Because you know what? I feel like this person doesn't feel free to be themselves because they still got these limiting beliefs. That's why they in their emotions. They don't feel like they can be themselves. Yeah, because all these came upside down. Yeah, they don't feel inspired. They don't feel like they can transform. They don't feel like they are enough. Number one, then on top of that, you know what? They don't even know anything about God. Excuse me. They don't know anything about God. So this person, that's why they are in their emotions. That's why. That's exactly why. What else, Spirit? But that's not for us. That's for that person. Who it's almost like you got to think about what is it that you truly want for your life. you know. And even if right now the only answer that you have is confirmation, even if right now the only answer is I just truly want to be happy, okay, that's good. That's a good start. But then you got to think about, okay, so what is it that's going to make me happy? Okay, so what is it that's making me unhappy? Why do I feel unhappy? What is it? And a lot of times it's just because somebody is not in alignment with themselves. They are not in alignment. Like I said, they don't know who they really are. Start there. Start with that man in the mirror, like Michael Jackson. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. What's the message? What is the message? Because we start with that person. That's the hardest one that we got to look at. We got to look at that person in the mirror and talk about all the shit that we've done. Yup, that's the hardest one. We gotta look at that person in the mirror and talk about all that shit that we done. Own it. Own it. And then talk about how we felt about it. Okay, so we did all that. How did we feel about it? Did it make us really feel good? Or is that ego saying that we felt good? Or do we feel bad about that shit? And how about if somebody does that to us, how we gonna feel about that? Hey, Malcolm. Yep. Yep. No, little girl. What's the message? What's the message? What's the message? Anything else in the stack? We may have changed the X. Yeah, maybe that's it from this deck. Yep. Bottom of the deck. 7 of Wands. Something about protecting self. Yeah. Protecting and healing self. Yep. Yeah, this is somebody having to, like I said, that man in the mirror, somebody having to go within, look at that man in the mirror. Think about all that shit from the past. All that shit from the past. Yep, somebody, some type of message is coming. Some type of heavy communication is coming. This person, it's almost like they was expecting this message about something that they've done. They was expecting this message about something that they've done. This is like that other shoe to drop, like the police, the FBI. It's not the police anymore that's investigating. Oh, good. Now it's the FBI. What? Something like that. Yeah. Because things have taken a turn and some more information has come out. A whole lot of information has come out. Some shit that somebody didn't think was going to come out and which got them on their knees. Somebody thought that whoever was holding this secret was going to hold it for the rest of their life. Somebody said, nope, fuck that. They good. They decided they was going in a whole new direction. They was leaving and they was, doing whatever it was that they need to do. Somebody was like, oh no, This is something that somebody should have done a long time ago. Mm-hmm. Somebody should have taken this step a long time ago. They would have had victory a long time ago. This would have been something that they received a lot of recognition a long ass time ago. Mm-hmm. What else? Oh, yeah. Somebody was trying to win at all costs. They was trying to play dirty. Whatever they was doing, they was trying to play dirty. They wanted to win at all costs. They didn't care. I feel like this is what this person know. They should have came and they should have said something a long time ago, because they knew somebody was trying to win at all costs. Mm-hmm. This could have to do with somebody's family, but whatever happened, somebody, they didn't get the wish fulfillment that they thought that they was going to get, because it's like they wasn't going to be. I think that they was going to be. They, first of all, whatever they was getting, it was not going to work out the way that they thought. Something about somebody, they couldn't do something independently. You know, they had to have somebody else's help. They couldn't do something independently. And whatever they was trying to do, they was trying to make it like, we're gonna stick it to the man, only to find out that they couldn't stick it to the man. You know, yeah. Somebody thought that they was like some type of warlock or something like that. Like they was really doing something. They wasn't doing shit. They wasn't doing shit. And the people that they thought that they was working with to kind of come against you, they weren't doing anything either. This is somebody who thought that they was going to get you off balance, get you all out your emotions, make you all jealous, make you all this. Oh, light worker William, thank you so much. Make you do this, make you do that. Like they's gonna put you on some type of heavy spell. It didn't even work. Didn't even happen like that. Cause look, judgment was called. It's almost like the spell backfired. I think we did that. Something about we said that early in the read. Something that somebody was doing, it backfired them, came back on them. Hey Rupinder, how are you? Yep, somebody feels so foolish. They do. Cause you know what? I feel like people's looking at them and holding back from them. People don't want to deal with them now. You know? Yeah, people is walking and whatever opportunities that they had, they no longer have these opportunities. These opportunities are leaving. I feel like somebody was in the corner, but that person is leaving too. That person don't want to be involved, because it's like that person is sitting there thinking they got too much to lose. Yep. And see, somebody didn't realize that something will come to an end. That if they acted a certain way, they didn't realize that shit was gonna come to an end. Yeah. See, now somebody is realizing that this King of Pentacles is the one who did some shit, and like I said, but yet was not really speaking about some shit. And that might be the people that the one that somebody's like, yeah, we don't want to deal with that no more. What else, Spirit? What else? What else? Anything else? Mm-hmm. Ooh. Somebody is some type of message is coming through. about some type of it's like a strong beginning. Yeah, I feel like there's a message that's coming through about a strong beginning, something that's starting up and it's going to be like a strong beginning. It's got a lot of potential. Yo, you can't make this up. It's got a lot of potential. Yes. This could be like maybe somebody is wanting you to be a part of something, to be a part of a podcast or something like that. It's got a lot of potential to make a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Yep. Because I feel like, and it could have to do with, talking about the truth about people's lives, like maybe let's just say that there was a podcast, and what you did was your job was to listen to what somebody said and be like, no, that's a lie. They lying. You know, this is something that, yeah, almost kind of like this is one of those things of this is going to be helping people to get to the truth of the matter. Who's lying and blah blah blah. Something about that. Yeah, because here's judgment. Like it's something crazy like that. Like you're going to be asked to be, like a judge or something like that. Maybe on some type of panel. You're gonna, you have to listen to this something. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and we're gonna swing the pendulum. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. All right. Hey, Cleo. All right, let's swing the pendulum. All right, Spirit, which way is the pendulum going to swing? Which way? And it looks like it's a yes. Yep, it looks like the answer is a yes. All right. Okay, y'all. Thank you so very much. Thank you. I really appreciate y'all. K Hypsee, Lightworker William, thank you so very much. I appreciate y'all for your wonderful and generous donations. I appreciate y'all. Everyone, thank you so very much. I love you all. I will see you soon. I may jump on here a little later this evening. Just depends. All right, I'm going to go get some ice cream for real for right now, though. Bye now.